If you're anything like me, you've spent the weekend trying to get your hands on a pre-order for the PlayStation 5. There have been issues about this all around the globe, but Japan has had many of its own unique issues that Corey Prasek wrote about for the OTAQUEST website. There have been rumours for a while that due to COVID, Sony was going to have a hard time fulfilling demand for its new console, but the company denied this, stating that their original numbers haven't been affected. Around the same time, Sony Interactive President Jim Ryan stated that there would be more consoles available at launch than the PS4 in 2013. While this may be true, it's been clear that it hasn't managed to keep up with demand. Australia's EB Games is now taking pre-orders for 2021. Stores in the US have been selling before they were permitted to, and Japan is doing lotteries. Like anywhere else, there were PS5s available to pre-order in a first-come, first-served manner, but they sold out incredibly fast. Amazon Japan sold out within 5 minutes of the listing being posted. I was literally hammering the refresh button, but the copies were gone before I was even able to click on the listing. Later that day, it turned out that some of those that had managed to get a copy were reselling their pre-orders for thousands of dollars on the Amazon storefront. In the US, the Sony store introduced a lottery system, giving customers the chance to pre-order a console. However, this lottery system is far more common in Japan, being used for events and exclusive merchandise. For the release of the Nintendo Switch, stores would hold lotteries that would attract thousands of people to get their hands on the latest stock. One family mentioned that they'd been lining up every week and still hadn't gotten a console. Thankfully, we're not having to line up in real life anymore. In fact, you can't even pre-order these consoles in person, with in-store signs directing customers to the online stores. And if it was that easy, it'd be fine. It gives everyone an equal chance. But it doesn't. While Yodobashi Camera and Yamada Denki's lotteries gave anyone the chance to pre-order, others used this as an opportunity to reward and incentivize dedicated customers. Bit Camera, one of the largest electronics stores, would only let you enter the lottery if you had a membership and had purchased from them in the past. Josh and Webb used this as a way to get people onto their app, giving priority to their premium members. Geo has stayed out of it all, launching their lottery this week instead. Some stores talk about this being a way for them to check for resellers, but that's clearly not the only motivation. Even in the digital age, we're having to jump through hoops to get the opportunity to buy a console on release date. And while the US social media account has apologized for pre-order issues and promised more units later in the year, we've received no such assurances from the Japanese accounts. Personally, I've only managed to get into 2 lotteries at Yamada Denki and Yodobashi Camera, the ones that didn't have prerequisites. I do have a purchase history with Bit Camera, but they were only accepting lottery entries for 1 day, and all that time, the site was down. For most PS5 hopefuls in Japan, we're unsure whether we'll be playing Demon's Souls this year or the next. Thanks for watching OTAQUEST in Japan. Feel free to subscribe to find out more about the art and creation of Japanese pop culture.